If you're interested in making films with your action camera, check out Action Camera Filmmaking. It's on Amazon right now in paperback and for Kindle. And if you're running low on money this holiday season, there's also an economy version of it. So check that out. And if you're new to YouTube, I have a book called The YouTube Producer's Handbook, also on Amazon in Kindle and paperback formats.
Buying the 6D Mark II, their argument is the autofocus is better. That's the big argument, and they're arguing from the point of view of a vlogger. Now, the big proponent of this, obviously, is Neistat. Jared Polin did a video about it. He agrees, and some other people, Peter McKinnon, of course, and some other people are touting the Canon 6D Mark II. To be what are they charging, like $1,000 some odd for that camera? This is my take on that. This is the kind of argument I would make for buying a MacBook Pro, like a 2017 MacBook Pro. If you like the the architecture, you like the environment, you like the color science, which we know Canon has good color science. If you like those things, that's the only argument you need to buy a Canon, because that's what you like and that's what you want, and it's your money. End of story. But if you're like me and you want to get into 4K, you want to do it at a low end, at an inexpensive price, I would say the G7 is the camera for you. But the autofocus is an issue. So let's keep it real. If you're trying to vlog with these cameras and you need autofocus, then you might want to get a Canon. It's just how it is. You might want to get a Canon. Canon has a good autofocus system. It's just what it is. Now, for me, let me not get hit here. So that's just what it is. I mean, that's real talk. If you want that great autofocus, you should get a Canon. But here's the question: which Canon should you get? Should you get the 6D Mark II? My answer is no. No, you shouldn't. You should go get a Canon M10 or a Canon M3, one of those EOS M line cameras, if you're just going to be vlogging. That's all you need. For vlogging, you need to do just what Casey Neistat said. Go back to 1080p. If you look at my stuff, a lot of my stuff is shot at 4K, but I deliver it at 1080p. Even stuff on the action cameras, many times I'll shoot at 2K or 4K. A lot of the vlogging channels, they don't do 4K. Now, some of the high-end vloggers do. A lot of vloggers don't. A lot of vloggers do just what I do. They shoot in 4K, reframe in 1080p, and then I can mix 1080p footage with 4K footage and a lot of other things. So that's how it works right now. So I don't think you should really be concerned that much about things like, about things like 4K and that kind of stuff. I think your main concern should be the content. And you can make the content look good with your average 1080p camera. So I would suggest, now if you have money and you have money to spend and you got it like that, go ahead and buy a Canon 6D Mark II. I got nothing against that. That's your money. Do what you want with it. I'll tell you flat out, as soon as I get enough money, I'm buying me a MacBook Pro. It is what it is. I like what I like. And if you can afford it, you can afford it. I like the infrastructure, what it has to offer me. I'm a Final Cut Pro editor. That's my thing. Now, you got some other people, and I'll tell you flat out, if you edit in Premiere, you edit in Premiere Pro, you should get a PC. I've made no bones about that. I feel if that is your thing, and you want to have a computer that you can do all the stuff with, all the, that you can do Premiere Pro with, I think Premiere Pro can be optimized better. If I remember correctly, it can be optimized better on a PC. Get a PC. If you're doing Final Cut, you should probably invest in one of those new MacBook Pros. So I feel the same way about Canon. That's what you're into, that's what you need, you got the money for it, you get what you need to get. And you make your vlogs look as good as possible. But if you don't have that money, you can spend under $300 or under $500, I meant to say. You can spend under $500, and yeah, sometimes under $300 to get a camera that will give you all the things you need. I mean, you gotta remember, I was shooting these vlogs on the Sony F3, what was it, the Sony Next F3? That camera's like almost 10 years old, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I was shooting on that, and it was fine. It looked good, and the Sony image was great. Now, my answer to the 6D Mark II is this. Most of the time, if I'm going to vlog, I take out one of these action cameras and do just what I'm doing now. Normally, it's going to be this one, or it's going to be the SJ7 Star. Now, this is the one I typically use. Most of the times I use this one versus the SJ7 Star, and that's mainly because this one has the tripod screw in the bottom. So I can just screw it onto my mini tripod and just walk around with it like this. This is better, this is easier. A lot of these action cameras have the tripod screw built in, and you can just do this. The big issue is the autofocus. The autofocus is better, the autofocus is better. We don't have to worry about it with this. You don't have to worry about it with this. You don't have to worry about the flippy screen. You don't have to worry about any of those things because this has such a wide angle on it. You can get it and then kind of crop it. If you have one of the 4K action cameras, you can kind of crop it in post. Even though a lot of those cameras only have a bit rate of 60, you can still actually do a little bit of cropping and resizing and things like that. But now here's where I will agree with Casey, and that's the idea that things should go back to the ideal of story, content. Yes, how it looks is obviously important, but quite frankly, if you have a good 1080p camera, you can get a good image. So yeah, that's my answer to this. And a lot of people don't have a lot of money, all right? Don't have a lot of money to spend on this kind of stuff. And we all tend to, we love our technology and stuff like that. And because we love our technology, we got to be careful to not make people think that it's all about technology. We have to be careful and let people understand that it's still about content, and that content is king, and that's what the driver is here on YouTube. So, or at least that's what it should be. And again, this is coming from somebody that loves the technology, loves all the the high-tech stuff. Like I said, I plan to get a MacBook Pro. I actually plan to get some more action cameras. So you can get something like this SJ6, SJ7, even the SJ4000. A number of other action cameras out there. I had a camera the other day, the Unreal. You can get a number of action cameras that will do what you need it to do to create these vlogs. And a lot of these cameras are really good nowadays. So, a lot of times we're creating vlogs out here in the daytime. We're out in the sun. Even now the sun's not, shining as brightly, but it's bright enough for me to do a nice vlog, and you can see what it looks like and everything. You can see you can get good quality. And again, you got widescreen, and you don't really have to worry too much about will the camera get you, will you be seen on screen. Just put the camera in the widest mode, and you'll be good. And that's all I do. And then I worry about the rest of it in post. And most of the times that works out well. Every once in a while I have a bit of a problem, but not normally. So, all right, guys, so that's about it. I'm about to break out, but that was my answer to the to the to the 6D Mark II question and how I feel about it. Hell, I mean, if you remember, you can get something. You can get like the T3i. You can get stuff like that and still get that Canon image, and you know, you still have all the stuff you need to make a great vlog if that's what you want to do, and you can get that stuff for cheap. So I think there's just way too much put into these ideas of having all the best tech. You know, and like I say, I'm still working on a MacBook Pro from 2012, and it's fine. I mean, yeah, it has some hiccups now and then when you start getting into 4K and stuff like that. But very rarely do I actually shoot anything for delivery in 4K. So, but that's it for me, guys. You take it easy. Nathan Brandon Masters. Have a happy New Year, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Other than that, guys, you take it easy. Hasta.